things financially went wrong for him. He never got to live up to his dreams of the things that he wanted to do. And even though he ended up having nice things happen to him because people were nice to him, by the end of the movie, he just wishes that he were dead. But in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm him because even though with all the negativity, the people out there who literally hate my guts because all they believe is slander because they're morons. They really are mouth-drooling sheep who just follow whatever they're told. There's a hardcore group of people who know the truth, who follow me, who love what I do, who like me as a person, and come out in situations like this to help me. You guys are the reason I'm still here. People say to me every day, how does Phil persevere through all the negativity? How does Phil persevere through big YouTubers who talk shit about him constantly, even though he doesn't even talk about them? How does Phil persevere through swatting and DDoS attacks and copyright strikes? He could have been gone 10 times. He's still here. How does he do it? You are how I do it. Because you stick with me, you stay positive with me, you help me out when I need it, you save my butt, and I keep pushing forward because of you. Thank you very much for that reenactment there, Captain K-Man.
This is just a 10-minute clip.
And Sean DeArc did a 50-bit cheer. He says, happy birthday to BFL Griffins. Get them hookers and blow ready.
I'm just going to let it play. Take you back to 5 years ago, you know.
But don't overdo it. It's totally okay if you just want to do hookers or blow. You don't have to do both, especially if you know.
Let's go back.
If you're not used to it in combination, in tandem, it might be too much for your young heart.
Let's go back.
You know what I mean?
5 years.
In reality, no, you shouldn't do hookers or blow. I'm kidding. It's a joke, but some people will fucking clip this, act like I'm serious,
and hang out on and see what a Phil stream was like back then. You know, it's a window into the past. You know. Yeah, let's go back in time with Phil for 10 minutes. Let's see how he does here. PUBG looking like Garbo.
Or you could just be like Logan Paul and just shove a fucking octopus tentacle up your ass for your birthday. We call that a Logan Paul holiday. That's actually the official, when you shove a tentacle up your ass in real life, an octopus tentacle, it's called the Logan Paul holiday. That's the name for it. For that practice. Alright, BFL Griffin says, I do blow off my hooker's big toes. I believe you. I would never call you out and say you're a liar. Hidden Bikin says, maybe I'll get more views from Logan Paul plans. They're pretty vicious. No, what you meant to say is they're pretty brainless. That's what you meant to say. The brainless... I have no fear of the brainless masses. Trust me. None. Trust me. The shit that I've said against PewDiePie, and he sent his followers after me because he tweeted me, which is hilarious because his followers literally did nothing except whine and say, wait, they think that PewDiePie, and they cried. They didn't fucking do anything. They can't do anything because they're all so fucking brainless. Mouth-drooling idiots.
Yo, I'm downloading this. I'm downloading this 10-minute clip, dude. This is great.
Gazora, the 25-bit cheer, says, you can't blame Logan Paul for that. The Japanese men were
this is great,
too
dude.
small.
This is a
He needed
great
to
clip,
find something
dude.
that reminded him of the men in Hollywood. That's right. You know, the men that probably boinked him up the ass before.
Holy shit.
A pussy-ass bitch just tipped me $2. Very nice. That is all that's in here. Gotta keep moving. Ugh. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, he leaned into
Desert
that
Dog
one.
Ace, it's time to debate the ethics of masturbation on cam. See, here's the thing.
What?
I am willing to admit silly mistakes. That day,
What is this clip?
over a year and a half ago at this point, almost 2 years ago, was a horrendous mistake that obviously I did not intend to do. It's incredibly embarrassing. And you know what? Everyone has an absolute right to make fun of me for it, because it was something that should not have happened. It was an incredibly embarrassing mistake. The fact that I'm still here after that mistake happened is pretty remarkable, right? A lot of other people would have just bowed out or given up, but I was able to continue on successfully. But some of the people we're talking about tonight are people who actively choose to do the things that are horrible, right? That's what I mean. Like, it was an accident what I did. I didn't mean to do that. Obviously, I would have never intended to do that on purpose. Right? Never. These people actively choose to do the nasty things they do. The horrendous fucking behaviors that they propagate into popularity because a bunch of little fucking 5-year-olds watch them on the internet. Or even worse, adults with the mindset of a fucking immature 5-year-old on the internet, of which there's a ton, right? And these people become rich off of acting like a fucking idiot. And it's disgusting, in my opinion. But my mistake, is it bad? Absolutely. Will I ever live it down? No. People will bring that up till I die. But, you know what? It was an accident. And I could say that till the day I die. I didn't mean to do it. It was just a legitimate, honest accident. What these people do daily to make money is no fucking accident. They're just that morally corrupt. Kizora says, the people making fun of you are the ones who are forced to be locked alone in a room in their parents' house, you know, beating off silently so they don't get caught out. Well, at least I was doing it in my own house. You know what, though? I will say this, Kizora. Honestly, you shouldn't defend me. It was a really stupid thing that happened, and I fess up to how bad it was.
Yeah, that guy
like,
fucked up.
That should have never happened. I should have never put myself in that position. It was really stupid. And that's why, since then, I've never, ever put myself in a position like that since. With extra security and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. Like, you shouldn't defend me on that. It was really stupid.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Even I don't defend myself on that. It was really fucking dumb what happened.
People are gonna come for you on that one.
First fist me, Daddy Cricket in V3 says, now you admit it. Dude, I admitted it the day of. I was on Twitter the day of admitting it to people.
Well, I mean...
So, any stories you heard about me denying it are untrue. I was admitting it the day I was like, man, I'm a fucking moron.
Bro, you know what? It wouldn't matter. You know what's funny? It wouldn't matter so much.
That's really the only way that you should approach stuff like that. If you make a legitimate mistake like that, just admit it. Admit it immediately. Why start denying it? What's the point?
It wouldn't matter so much if Phil was like an amazing guy and an amazing person.
You're gonna get caught out. You know, it's not gonna help you. You're gonna get caught out anyway.
You know.
I wholeheartedly admit now today it was a mistake, and I would never make a joke like that ever again. Okay. Basically, there's still people to this very day that bring it up and say that I'm an anti-Semite and a racist. And they'll reference that. They'll say, look at this. Here's a clip of Phil. Because, by the way, the clip doesn't exist anymore.
No, that narrows
but they'll bring it up.
So
they'll find it. You know, some people have saved it and archived it. And they'll play that clip and say, here's an example of how Phil's a racist, right? Now, I'm not. Everyone who's seen me over the years knows that I'm not a racist. If you've seen the over 50,000 fucking gameplay videos I put out on the internet, you know that every once in a while I will make a joke about race. It's usually a generalized stereotype. I've never made a joke as extreme as that one ever again. I know that it was bad to the point of being way too bad. Okay? And the bottom line is, in this day and age, things have changed. People are a lot more sensitive to that kind of stuff. And I realize that, and I would not make those kind of jokes. But 7 years later, people still bring this shit up. Every once in a while, I see it. Someone uses it as a reason why I'm a bad person and why you shouldn't watch my live stream. I've grown tremendously in the past 7+ years and learned what's fucked up and what you should and shouldn't do and what's considered comedy and what's considered insulting. I get it. Now, listen, I still make mistakes to this day as well. I'm not only human. But I've definitely improved and become a much better person over the past 7+ years that I've been doing this for a living than I was at the beginning. At the beginning, anything went, right? It was like the Wild West of the internet. Say whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter if it could insult someone. Just fuck it. Say whatever you want, right? So the reason that I bring this up now is because Shane is basically going through the same thing I am. Here's a time when he was saying something, you know, as a joke, and he realized that it shouldn't have been said, or it shouldn't have been made a joke. He apologized for it publicly over the years. You know what I mean? Like, he said, no, this is wrong, you know, this isn't something that should be treated lightly. He stuck up for people, for kids in that situation who've been abused over the years. Basically, he's done everything to prove the opposite. But now, all of a sudden, someone makes a fucking video that goes viral on YouTube referencing something from 5 years ago, claiming like he just, like, you know what I mean? Like, well, here's evidence. And it's like, what the fuck? People need to realize something, all right? People change. People mature, people grow up, people get better over time, and the internet is not a black and white place. Just
wow, he's been saying this for a long time,
internet does not make it the absolute truth.
How long does it take
years
you
ago,
to
I
change,
said people
dude?
who play Minecraft are immature idiots, and I don't understand the gimmick of it. It's a piece of crap game. Then I actually played Minecraft. I was like, holy fuck, I totally understand why people like this game. It actually has appeal. But that's what I mean. People learn and change over time. You can't hold Shane Dawson accountable in 2018 for something he did it 5 years ago and already apologized for it and admitted it was publicly wrong.
5 years is
and
not that
certainly
long,
you
dude.
can't use that as evidence that he's a pedophile when there's no evidence whatsoever. No one's come forward and complained. There's no concrete evidence. He's never been arrested or caught doing anything nasty like that.
Defending
so
Shane
how can
Dawson?
you fucking come out and make a video about it saying he's a pedophile, right? It's fucked up.
What's up,
And so
Willis?
I made a tweet basically defending him, saying, listen, as someone who 7 years ago made a really bad joke, apologized for it, and has never lived it down, I still get harassed for it to this
What the
day.
hell, Phil?
I completely empathize with Shane. I believe that this is a bullshit situation, and anyone who thinks that he's a pedophile, come forward with evidence immediately and present it, or else shut the fuck up. Because you're just a fucking drama queen moron trying to cause problems for someone.
What the hell,
and trying to
dude?
basically, get attention rather than fucking
Yo.
actually having anything to say. So I made this tweet.
Yo, PUBG
and
is lit,
like
dude.
people said in the stream chat, apparently, already the tweet has like almost 500 likes and growing. Like it's going viral
Yo,
on Twitter
PUBG is
because I'm a verified
lit.
account, and people saw this and let's face it, Shane Dawson has a huge fan base, so people like the fact that basically I'm speaking reason here.
Oh,
And,
he's trying to leech off.
And by the
him.
way, I'm
He's
going to
trying
say
leech.
this. And by
He
no
wants
means
to
am I
leech off
protecting
Shane
or
Dawson.
defending what he
Wow,
said.
what a
What he said was wrong.
sleazeball,
No,
dude.
you should not make jokes about
What a
kids are
scumbag,
sexy and shit like that. I'm gonna have making love to children or
What
whatever
the
he said.
hell?
I don't even
Dude,
know what the
what
fuck
do
he
you-
said.
dude, stop.
I don't even know.
Literally
if he
stop
said
saying
anything like
these
that, that's
words,
fucked
dude.
up and it's not defensible.
'Cause you're gonna
But apparently the
fuck my
guy
shit
realized
up.
it was wrong. In the very same show where he made those jokes, he apologized and said it was wrong. And that was 5 fucking years ago. He never did it again. So why would you actually bring that up like something pertinent now? You have to be a fucking lame-brained idiot. A mouth-drooling moron. So there you go. Not going to affect me at all. I don't do that kind of stuff. All right? The second change that they're doing, and this one's going to be huge in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, sexual content, i.e. the clothing that you wear on stream, and all these factors are going to come in. What you talk about on stream, the angle of your camera and webcam on stream, the clothing you're wearing. So basically what they're saying is they finally have realized titty streamers are rampant on Twitch, and there are probably about 100 titty streamers who are making insane amounts of money for just showing off their tits. Literally doing everything but showing their nipples, pretty much, I've seen these girls on Twitch wearing incredibly short shorts, insanely tight tank top with you can see their fucking nipples through the shirt, right? And they're doing this streaming, and they suck at games. They're not gaming because they're good. They're gaming because money comes in for it. And they're doing this constantly. All right. Yeah, it's done pretty much. Actually, the line that I read out of the new community guidelines that really struck a chord with me. All right. Here's what it said. No kidding. I swear to God, word for word, it said, when you're wearing what you wear on stream on Twitch should be appropriate if you were to walk into anyone else's real life business or a public restaurant. Do you think that a titty streamer could walk into a restaurant in short shorts and their titties hanging out where you could see their nipples? Do you really think that they're going to be able to do that in a public place? Fuck no. They'd be thrown out immediately. And so, this is it. If Twitch actually begins to enforce these new guidelines, all right, titty streamers are done on Twitch completely. They're 100% done. All right.
Yo, I like Shenko, but like when I go on his
Dante,
stream,
those idiots take everything I say and turn it into something. Literally every word I've ever said gets taken out of context and twisted to make it sound like I said something else or meant something else by it.
Ew.
And so it doesn't matter what I say or do, it's all going to be twisted negatively towards me. So I don't give a fuck what they do. I really don't. It's so stupid. I don't give a fuck anymore. I just don't. Why would I care about what I say or do? And no matter what, it's going to be turned against me by a bunch of retards. So let them again circle jerk each other and no one else will care.
Ew.
Intelligent humans don't listen to that shit. Only the dumbest of the fucking mouth-drooling, sheepish fucking parrot idiots.
Come on, Phil.
Alright.
Yo, Ricky Berwick did not give you that pass, Phil.
And no, Nikki, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn. My track record with women has to do with me, basically being a personable guy and, being very lucky in a lot of ways. But at the same time, kind of knowing how to, treat women. I don't know what else to say. A lot of guys think it's some kind of a big mystery. It really isn't. It's not like some big mystery of how to get a girlfriend. It's not a big deal. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science.
What?
It's really not. Just saying.
Are you sure?
But like I said, I'm very oh fuck, I'm very lucky.
What are you doing? Like what are you doing in the
like a
game?
glove. I'm very lucky to be with Kat, and I know that, and I'm very happy and grateful. So there you go. And I accepted it, but what happens is, I guess they review, and then sometimes the truth of the matter is, when you accept one of these sponsored streams on Twitch, they send you the game for free. So, sponsor, didn't you know that he's a pedophile? When it comes to this kind of stuff, regardless of the fact
it was here,
nothing wrong,
I fucking knew it.
And all the shit that they say about me to get me in trouble when I try to do a sponsored stream is completely false. They basically, oh, you want Phil playing your game sponsored? Didn't you know that he's a pedophile and he's a racist and he scams his fans and he jerked off on stream in front of thousands of small children and he does this and that, and it's all false. It's all bullshit. You know, but they do that. They spam the fuck out of the internet whenever I try to do something like this. And then, of course, any sponsorship opportunity that I have, they get turned off. They're like, man, I want to fucking deal with that shit, you know. I can't believe this guy's playing our game and all of a sudden thousands of these fucking brainless, mouth-drooling idiots fucking spamming negative shit all over the internet. What the fuck is this? We don't want to be associated with this, you know. So, okay. Snow Carl tipped me $1, says, it's me again, have you considered my unban? Well, Snow Carl, I'll be very honest with you. You really pissed me off earlier this year with your way you behaved on the streams repeatedly over and over. And even though you apologized, I honestly didn't believe that your apologies were wholehearted. I'm just being honest, you know. There's some people who I feel over time, they can learn from their mistakes and they can learn to be a better person and they can come back and be a stream participant again. But you always, you know, you always had to twist that knife. And you got unbanned a million times, and every time you never learned your lesson. You know what I mean? Every effing time you never learned your lesson. It was like you couldn't resist doing that behavior that you knew was insulting and not allowed on the stream. You just couldn't help yourself. And I'm at the point with people like you.
Yeah.
All right, because it's you, and there are several others in the same situation as you.
Listen up, Carl.
That I feel like I'm enabling you by letting you back into the streams to do that kind of behavior. That toxic, hurtful, negative behavior that you being in the stream now, oh my God, I can't control myself. I got to do it again, you see? And it may not be today, and it may not be tomorrow, and it may not be in a week, but I almost feel like it's inevitable, right? That you're going to be doing stuff that's going to be negative.
So true. So true, Phil. Get rid of this loser.
In addition to that,
get rid of this loser.
I already know that you're in other detractor chats constantly.
Oh.
Because people tell me about it all the time. I don't actively seek that information. I don't.
Ooh.
I don't actively seek that information whatsoever.
Ooh.
But people snitch. I'll just get anonymous email. Here's evidence that Snow Carl is still talking shit about you in a detractor chat. There it is.
Who's talking? Who's talking?
I'm not
Phil?
looking for it, but you gotta. That's what I keep telling people. You gotta understand that everything you do on the internet is public. Everything. You may think you're safe, hiding in your little hidey holes of other chats and a Twitter feed over here. You may not think that I'm gonna look at. People find that stuff and end up just sending it to me. I don't even ask for it. I don't care. But then they send it to me. You know? So, I'm sorry, Snow Carl, but the only way I could ever believe that you're actually going to reform yourself is if you completely shut yourself off from any kind of activity that's like basically making fun of me, tearing myself and my family members a new one, constant annoying insults and criticism. You'd have to completely stay away from that for an extended period of time. I'd have to not hear from anyone that you're in detractor chats and shit for an extended period of time. And then you'd have to come to me and say, I've really reformed. I've made my case now. Please let me back. And then I would consider it. But you have done none of those. So you're not coming back. Dark Viking 159 tipped me $150. It was a common insult you would say. You would call someone that. And you in a bad way. Here we go with the conspiracy theory. On your mouth drooling fucking. Let's see where this chest is.
What?
No, I'm not trying to avoid the fucking appointment. I wanted to go. It got rescheduled.
What?
Oh my God, fucking idiots. Like, here we go with their conspiracy theories. Phil's avoiding the appointment. How about this?
The appointment?
Fuck you, you dumb piece of dumb shit. You're an idiot. You're a moron. You're a mouth drooling fucking retard. I shouldn't have said that. Stupid idiot. Not retard. You never use the name. You never use the word retard anymore in a bad way. It's tough for me, and here's the truth. It's tough for me to not, because when I was a kid, that was a common insult. It was a common insult you would say. You would call someone that. And you don't anymore. It's not acceptable. You should not do that. It's actually, I almost said it. I got close. I almost said it. and I didn't say it. Okay, I think I need to go up here. Like I said, as a kid, that was a normal thing. When I was in like 5th grade, that was an insult people would use. It was so common that kids would say that to each other. And now today, everyone's like, you can't say that. Everyone will be massively offended. People who actually have that condition. Like, damn, back then, no one got offended at shit. No one got offended at shit, right? All right, I said 78% of the word. All right, then I will accept 78% of the discipline for saying it. I caught myself saying it is what happened. I completely caught myself saying it and said, nope, shouldn't say that. But like I said, it's ingrained in me. It actually is ingrained in me as something you say to someone who's just being really dumb and insulting.
Ingrained?
To you. That's something that you would say to them. And now it's like, dude, no, you don't do that anymore. But it's like, damn, my whole, like, half my life, that was something people said. You know, it's hard. It's hard to it's definitely hard to stop yourself when it's something that's happened your whole life, you know. You know what I will say? Thank God I wasn't around racist people when I was a kid. Thank God. Because obviously, you know, that's the last thing I would want to do is have that ingrained in me and be like, oh my God, I got to deprogram myself from saying really disgusting stuff. You interject yourself into the conversation and completely derail it with your conspiracy theory nutjob bullshit. It's really like people with the tin hats on. They're jumping out. You know the aliens, and they're fucking, oh, did you know about QAnon conspiracies? And oh, the vaccine makes you grow 4 arms. Like, what are you talking about, man? You're nuts. And these people are allowed to do this. They're allowed to act like that all over the internet. They're just fucking crazy, man. They're out of their minds. And this is what I mean. It sucks because I can only sort out that crap enough where, like, for example, we don't want it on the streams, so we moderate it, right? I don't want to see it on my timeline, so I block those people. But there's nothing to stop those people from going and harassing everyone else on the fucking internet. Which is why, whenever you search for DSP or DSP Gaming on YouTube, all you see are the crazy negative conspiracy shit. You don't see anything positive about me. Despite the fact I'm a 13-year-long content creator who's pumped out over 70,000 gameplay videos. The most prolific YouTuber and gameplay creator of the past decade, when you're talking down to one person, right? I've put out more raw gameplay of anyone on this planet in the last decade and made a living doing it. But no one wants to hear that. They want to hear about the latest conspiracy theory that some fucking idiot, mouth-drooling fucking idiot is talking about. It's just out of control. And I'm tired of it. It's like, geez. And what's funny about it is, people are actually tired of it. Like, now I'm starting to see people are like, dude, you are the broken fucking record. No one cares about the dumb shit. Really. No one cares about it. Stop it with the fucking crazy bullshit. People are tired of your nonsense. Just people want to have an intelligent conversation. They don't want every moment of every day being taken over by nut job conspiracies. They're done with it. At one point, you jump on the bandwagon and you laugh with it. That was like a year ago, you know, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when these things just keep going on and on. And these people won't give up on them. It gets to the point of insanity. You know? Like, what kind of a person hyper-focuses and latches onto that kind of a narrative to the point where anything said about a person has to be about that narrative, right? I'll be honest, like, really, the only other place that I see that happen is politics. I saw the same amount of insanity with Trump and with these vaccines the last year. Like, this is where I've seen that level of nut job thinking. You know what I mean? The same level of, oh, conspiracy theories about Phil is, oh, the vaccine is bad for you, so inject yourself with horse hormones or some shit, or whatever they're doing, these crazy idiots, that they're killing themselves doing. It's the same level of crazy. Really, it's the same exact level of crazy. And I don't understand why it's allowed. I don't understand why it's allowed to be rampant all over the internet. When you know someone's an idiot, shut them the fuck down. Don't let someone just spew nonsense. And the thing is, these people, they literally talk themselves, right, into a corner about it, too, to the point where they just believe it. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Now, here's the thing. Everyone knows about the crazy conspiracy theories these idiots come up with. Phil's a pedophile, Phil's a scammer, Phil with the mobile games, Phil with this or that. They're all these generalized conspiracy theories, right? If any of them were true, there would have already been definitive proof, evidence, it would have already come out. It would have already been there, done. The truth is, none of it is true. It's all fabricated bullshit. As I've said many times over these years, what these people do is they take a little nugget of truth about something, a little snippet, a little nugget, and they turn it into a giant exploded nuclear bomb. You know what I'm saying? It's like they take a tiny little thing and then they use that to extrapolate 40 million times until it's something that it's not, and then they claim it's true. Because these people are actually that crazy to think that it's true. Like, I'm not even kidding you. In that same thread, someone responds like, yeah, it's absolutely 100% proven that this happened. Blah, blah, blah. Like, what are you talking about? There's nothing happened. It didn't happen. You've actually drank so much of this Kool-Aid that you think these things happened factually, even though they didn't. You've seen enough falsified evidence. You've seen enough people speculate and slander and defame me that you have talked yourself into believing that it's true. And this is what they all do. This is what they all do with these crazy conspiracy theories. They take facts and they don't want to accept the facts, or they want to accept a crazy truth that has no factual basis. So they just whip themselves into such an insane fervor that now becomes the fact, because it's groupthink. Because there's so many people think the same thing or say the same thing, it must be true. Wrong. That is not fact. You need actual evidence, scientific proof of something before you can say it's a fact. This is why the world is in so much danger right now with things like COVID, because people are so fucking stupid. They just want to believe what they want to believe with no evidence of anything. And then they do dumb shit. Last year, they were taking the fucking fish stuff, right? They were taking fish medicine. This year, they're taking fucking horse dewormer. It's like, what are you going to do next? Shove a muffler up your ass? Oh, yeah, that cures COVID. But they'll believe it. They're that stupid. It is the same case. It's these conspiracies on the internet. They're all same case bullshit. These people are completely stupid. Seriously. It doesn't make any sense at all, man. Right? It doesn't make any sense at all.
All right.
They're wild nonsense.
Sick ending.
Wild nonsense.
Thanks, Phil.
So, I hear you. Anyone who is subject to this kind of abuse, because it's abuse. It's harassment.
Okay.
It absolutely is. You can call it whatever you want. Cyberbullying, harassment.
Are we still going?
Abuse.
Okay.
Whatever you want to call it. All right? It's absolutely positively heinous shit. Because people can say whatever they want and get away with it because they're anonymous on the fucking internet. They have no repercussions for doing conspiracies like that. They don't. They you know what I mean? They can say or do whatever they want. And what does it hurt them? It doesn't. But if they can convince stupid people that it's true, those stupid people now go out and do fucked up stuff.
Oh, God. Come on.
Really?
Dude. The fuck?
Really? So, to me, being firsthand in that shit, man, just be happy if you've never been involved with this kind of shit. Seriously, I've never in my life been involved with a conspiracy theory until I became a content creator. Not once. I'm not someone who was for conspiracy theories. I didn't give two fucks. Oh, it really happened with 9/11. I don't really care. I can't control it. I can't change it. I'm not going to sit here and talk about, oh, how do steel beams melt from jet fuel? I don't care.
What do you mean?
How about that?
But,
There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not, I have my own life to live. I got my own shit to worry about. Not sit here and talk about crazy ass conspiracy theories of things that are just wild and insane.
he sounds disgusting right now. Ew, he sounds absolutely disgusting, dude.
I just I would never in my life. I have a busy, positive social life. I have a wife. I have a cat. I have a house to maintain. You know what I mean? Outside of me being a full-time streamer, which takes up a lot of my time, I got a lot of other shit to worry about. That's way more important to me than sitting around my thumb up my ass thinking about conspiracies about people and other things. I just got more important shit in my life to do. These people don't. The people who do this shit have no life. They are pathetic because you don't hyper-focus on something like that unless you're pathetic. If you have better things to do, you do them. You know what I'm saying? The problem is these people they don't have anything in their life that's positive to occupy their time. So they focus on this crazy shit on the internet and more people who think just like them. And now you get to that cultish groupthink mentality of bullshit. That's why there's entire websites like
Hey,
this. I'm not just talking about me and conspiracy theories. I'm talking about in general.
I have a
There's
cat.
entire fucking social networks,
I have a cat.
entire sites based on this crazy thinking about all kinds of shit on this planet. That's just wild insanity. So keep yourself out of it. Do yourself all a favor. Trust me. The last thing you want to do is put a toe into that disgusting fetid pool. You know, putting your foot into it is like stepping or going face first right into this sandwich. Can you imagine if you tripped and fell face first into this fetid, festering mound of disgusting slop? That's basically what it's like. That is exactly what it is like. So you don't want to do that. You want to stay away from the sandwich.
Hey, Phil. Funny to mess around with Phil Burnell, right? Oh, it's real funny to do these horrible things to him because it's just a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's my life.
Not Phil Burnell, Shill Burnell.
Shill Burnell.
The reason we do it is because Phil begs. Wrong. The reason they do it is because they want to see me suffer.
That's right.
Why does Tractor say you're a pig roach? You don't look like a pig or a roach. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's one of their memes. I don't actually know what it means at all. Piggy Smalls took me $1. Says, own the premium like others. Pigs rise up. Oh my god, here we go again. Another stupid meme. Another stupid meme that means nothing.